All right, we're at the Bantering Brothers number 4 podcast or conversation. First guest in podcasting history, Christopher Meyer is with us. Nephew extraordinaire, has a great first name. Obviously
Pleasure to be here.
because of ours. So how's it going, Christopher?
Oh, it's going.
So what
Life
got
is.
all right? What's up, brother?
Hey, Christopher, congratulations on being the first guest on this epic show that we
I
got going.
know. I'm more than thankful. I
No,
can't
you
put
should
words
be.
together.
I mean, you can pay us later, but you know, it's a launch of something. We just don't know what.
Well, I mean, I was impressed. We texted him as soon as the show ended, and within 2 minutes, well, before he got his phone taken away, he was in. He
Yeah,
was in
that's
for the
right.
night.
Wow.
That's right.
So with that,
Well, that could mean one of two things. He's
yeah.
desperate or he's man,
Okay,
who knows?
well, what have you been up to? So we usually just kind of do a highlight of the last week or so. So Christopher, what's the last week? What have you been up to?
Oh, I didn't have any sports this week, so I did a lot of hunting. A lot of hunting this week after school and
So let me ask you, bud. So is it like in certain states, like I don't remember Iowa. Is it youth hunting season before it's regular hunting season? Is that what's going on right now?
youth season was last month. I think not regular season is yep, there it is. There's the
Okay,
view.
I want the
Uh
story. I want
Now
the
is that a
story.
bow or what is that?
It's a doe. It's a doe. It was bow hunting, yes. Shot
So
with a bow.
give it to. Come on, you just don't say. You
Okay,
got to
okay,
give.
okay. Sorry.
When was it? What day
So
it was? And
it
where's is
was
it at the locker so we can get beef stick? I mean, where are we at
I
here?
mean,
okay.
I like
Here's the details. Here's the details. So I came home today. Didn't know if I was gonna get in another tree stand in our backyard or not. I said, might as well go out and do it. Don't got many opportunities left. And little to know, about 30 minutes later, look with the binocs, see a deer about, I don't know, 70 yards across their backyard, and I thought it was gonna get winded. I thought it was gonna go the complete opposite direction, but walked right in front of my stand and one shot, ran a little bit and dropped.
wow.
There you
So
have
that
it.
it was a bow, you said.
It was a bow, yeah.
Yeah, so it's bow season. All right. Yeah.
So was that your first shot of the season, or did you try to get some others and you missed?
I missed out a buck earlier, kind of
Okay.
stung. Yeah.
Okay. All
You
right.
got kind of aggressive on it and you weren't patient.
Yeah. It was sitting at like 30 and it was moving, it wasn't getting any closer, so I might as well take a shot at it, but no, I missed.
So how close was this one?
This was probably like 15.
Okay, yeah. If you would have missed that, I would have slapped you back at the head.
Okay.
That's coming with someone who would
Yeah.
shoot it with a gun. You
I
know,
know,
No,
that's
I
what
you
I'm
would.
know.
I
saying.
mean, I would have, yeah, shot it with a bow and then shot it with a gun when I missed with a bow. I'm one of those guys.
So what do we
20.
do with it now? It's hanging. Where's it at? I guess is it in the shed.
Uh well, we gutted it about
Oh
30
wow.
minutes ago.
Oh
So
okay.
and the guts are in our backyard, and then we put ice bags in it, sitting in the back of my truck right now, right in the
Okay.
bed.
So
And
what do you do with the guts?
Just leave it out there for the vultures, coyotes,
Yeah.
raccoons come and eat it up.
so are we taking it to school tomorrow to show off? Is that the deal?
See, you see, I'm not sure what we're gonna do with that because I have to drive that truck to school tomorrow. So I don't know.
I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you, rolling into Independence High School, that is not the only deer that's in the
Oh
back end of a
no,
truck, and that's
no,
probably in better shape because you gutted it. There's probably guys who
yeah.
you probably
Oh,
know
that just
guys who shoot it in the morning and just throw it in for the day.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
So,
not the weirdest thing ever.
oh,
So
weirdest.
honestly though, like I didn't grow up obviously in Independence. Like, so at what point do you go get that thing tore down and make some meat out of it?
Tomorrow morning we'll take it to the locker. I think my grandpa will come and on Keith's side will come and pick it up and take it to the locker.
How big was it?
Probably 150 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
worth something. I like deer jerky,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Yeah, me too. Oh, don't worry, I'll get you some. I'll get you some. Only if you let me back on this.
No, I mean, you'll get paid for it. Obviously,
Yeah.
we're
Okay.
so famous. So
Yeah.
Well, that was cool that you sent us this afternoon because that was
Yeah.
cool. I assumed it was today, but didn't know that for sure.
Yeah.
So was
I
that the
didn't
highlight?
realize you gutted that thing 30 minutes ago. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Well, yeah, that's why he's a little late here.
Yeah.
What was the anything else this week? Anything you do over the weekend grab your attention, Christopher?
No, not really. It was pretty chill. It's a pretty chill weekend.
So I got to ask you. So I get to see you from afar. Obviously, I don't get to go to your games and all that stuff. But it sounds like you're doing pretty well in football. Like your team,
Yeah.
yourself, and everybody
Yep.
else.
Yep. It was a good season.
How's that team shaping up? Like, tell me about the season and tell me about what you think next year is going to be like.
So this season coming into it, there were a lot of question marks in different places, but I mean, throughout the season, they really leveled out, and we really came into our own. And then, I mean, we didn't really play our best the last 3 weeks, and that just happens sometimes. But next year, I mean, most of our starters were juniors, so next year I'm thinking we'll be very solid, very solid.
So like, what's solid? Like, not to expose anything, but like you had a decent record this year. You think it's going to be a lot better next year?
I think we have a chance to go to the Dome next year. Yeah.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. And you won. So I just follow by Facebook, obviously, but you won Defensive Player of the Week 1 week
Yep.
as a sophomore, right?
Yep.
How was that? Like your teammates probably kind of liked you up on that one. Do you have other sophomore teammates that are in the same boat as you?
A couple, yeah. We have an offensive receiver who's one of my good buddies, and then we have an outside backer who's also one of my good buddies. So it's kind of like, yeah, we're all in the same boat, We're not going to be the biggest guys out there, but
Yeah. So how it works,
You know.
BJ? They finished or 7-7 well, they 7-2 lost in the first round of the playoffs, so they finished what 7-3.
That's pretty good.
That and then in order to make the Dome, you got to be in the top 4, and so they qualified for the state playoffs final 16, but you have to win a couple games to get to the Dome.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why I was kind of asking, like, who's coming back and what do we have there?
So the old alma mater, BJ, is playing in the Dome tomorrow night. Mighty Sailors are playing in the Dome. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Center.
So did you watch Hawkeyes or the Cyclones last weekend play football, or what'd you watch on Saturday and Sunday?
I wouldn't even call it football, man. Good Lord. I
What,
call it
the Hawkeyes?
goodness
Oh God,
gracious.
they're horrible.
It's terrible.
Like, how are they ranked? How are they in the top West Big Ten right now? Like
our defense
this
and our
annoys
special
me.
teams. It's top 5 in the country. But it doesn't matter if our quarterback can't complete a screen pass.
No, he can't complete a pass anyway. So Christopher, I was at a Penn State game. I said this on a prior episode, but I shit you not. I was like, go Hawkeyes. Yeah, this is gonna be great. It was like, and the only person he hit was the Hawkeye mascot in the head.
Yeah.
And that was about it. Like it was Stanford or whatever that guy's name was.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
So you still follow your sea chickens got beat pretty good.
Yeah, we got whipped up on pretty well. It was a rough week. I think we're gonna have to bounce back next week if we want to be in contention.
So how many Seahawk fans are in the high school?
Actually a decent amount.
Really?
I got a lot of I would say
Yeah,
I could at least 20 I can name.
Okay. Oh, really? I would think you would have been the only one.
I know.
So Christopher, I feel like I created that problem in this family.
You definitely 100% did ever since you gave us those hats.
Yeah, like I remember David, his friends used to be like, You're not a Seahawks fan, you're a bandwagon. I'm like, show him the hat from like 20, whatever.
12.
Yeah. And it's 2012. You're exactly right. And I gave those out, and now you're all Seahawks fans. I'm like, I'm so sorry for doing that to you guys.
That's right. Everybody called me a bandwagon. I was like, dude, ever since I was a baby, I was wearing that hat.
Yeah, you got to show that picture. Be like, I've been wearing this for a while.
Come on now.
Yeah.
So do you remember
Those
are
the hats that I got from the freebies that when I used to go to games, I just collected a bunch of them games.
So do you remember them winning the Super Bowl?
I do
Okay.
remember when
All right.
because they
Okay.
played. Yeah, they played the Broncos. That was my sister's favorite team. So
Okay.
yeah, I
All right.
remember it.
All right. No, that was good.
So do you remember the Seahawks when the earthquake happened? Remember
Uh,
that?
no, I think I was like 3 at that time. So no, the Beast Quake. Yeah, no, I did
Yeah.
not. No. I've
That
seen
was
videos
against
of
the
it,
Saints,
but
I think. I think it was
it
against
was
the Saints. I
it's
was
a
sitting
wild
in the
card.
corner suite watching that game. That
You
was amazing.
were.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
But
bet it
we
had
had
to be so loud.
sponsorship. What's that?
Was it loud? It had to be so
Well,
loud.
I mean, of course it was loud. You can't tell that there's an earthquake happening,
Well,
but
yeah.
it was pretty crazy. It was good. But I hate the Seahawks, by the way.
Okay.
No,
Besides,
their fans are terrible. Their fans are
Yeah,
terrible.
they are. No, I will admit their fans are dicks.
We
Yeah.
took grandma and grandpa to a game, and from the minute we parked in, the guy beside us tried to park in close enough that he would screw up our tailgate, and he tried to, he's trying to be a tough guy, and then
The Seahawks.
some
No.
some guy like grandma and grandpa are holding hands walking out of there with some Chargers jerseys at one of the games, and some guy's trying to fight grandpa. I'm like, the dude's like 70, like, and it took all I had not to. It was some drunk guy, which it's a football game. I get it, but like
No, I will admit
the
Seahawks
fans were
fans are
horrible,
they're
just
not
horrible.
they're not no. Especially when they win. They're even worse when they win.
Well, if you win, you deserve it. If you lose, and anyways, but we could go on and on about
right.
that.
Yeah, that's right. So, what's been your highlight as an athlete so far, Christopher? Your sports highlight. What's been the one thing that right now that hey, that was the coolest thing that I ever did, or my team did, or a moment, or something like that.
It was probably qualifying for state track. The district meet was super fun. That was super cool. I mean, Chad, you were there, you know.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
There's
well,
pictures.
yeah,
There's pictures.
Yeah, so I saw some of those pictures from afar. Like,
yeah.
so how did it feel to lose to a national 43-year-old athlete?
Uh,
That guy, you stood beside that guy, and there's no way that guy was anywhere close to your age group.
So the thing is, going into that race, even like my coaches told me you're going for second because we obviously knew that kid was going to be at our
He wasn't a
district.
kid. He was a grown-ass man.
Sorry, that man was going to be in our district. So it's just a situation where you don't even look at him while you're running. Like he was in the lane 2 across from me. You don't even look at that guy while you're running because you're going to gas. So it's kind of just like let him do his thing and beat the other 6.
So I got to be able to watch that from afar. All joking aside, like that was amazing, dude. That was really cool to watch.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun
And
night.
and then I got to see a video of Chad and Danielle and the
Just
family.
screaming and crying.
And Danielle's like, "What the hell just happened?"
Yeah.
Like that was
right,
awesome.
right.
That was really cool.
Okay, all right. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, because that's cool. Yeah, that's cool that I was there to go ahead and see that because yeah, it was it. Let's put it this way: we were surprised, pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
Because
I
we
was
were
kind of surprised
thinking
myself.
third, okay, third probably you can get in on the time and everything like that, and then boom, yeah, you finish second. One makes an
Yeah,
automatic
Christopher, you got to
qualifier.
think about this too. Like, Chad and I are like, "Oh yeah, we love sports," and then him and I don't know about Chad, but I got kicked off the baseball team like when I
I
was
heard
a
about that.
sophomore, and I didn't play football after freshman year or whatever it was, and Chad was great at baseball, but we didn't go to state or anything like that. And then you follow all these kids, like yourself and David and just CJ and everyone. What's up?
Put it in the
What's up,
freezer.
buddy? You just follow these guys and you're like, holy cow, like you guys are doing some stuff right now. And then Curran walking in the back room, going to state 2
Yeah.
for wrestling. Like you guys are doing some cool stuff, man. It's making us proud.
Thank you.
I wish I was closer.
So your highlight in your life, BJ, was what?
Getting kicked off the baseball team, maybe. No, I joined the golf team. I was on the golf team.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. My
Yep.
highlight in my life.
They don't have that option, Christopher, for you to double up.
I would not be able to do both now. I mean, I could, but then I'd have to prioritize one.
He'd
Right.
have to Deion Sanders the shit out of it, you know.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, because that happens a lot. It's like, okay, you have the opportunity to kind of do both and everything like that. So, right.
So I got to ask you, Christopher. So I follow you on Facebook more than anything.
Yeah.
So you have a lady in your life.
I do. Yes, I do.
I'm not asking her name or anything like that,
Okay.
but so it seems like you guys get along pretty well. So
We do. Yes.
so what does she do? Like, is she into sports? Is she
Yeah,
into
she does sports.
what kind of sports?
She does wrestling right now, actually.
That's pretty cool.
And then she runs track and she does volleyball.
So can she kick your ass?
When she's angry, I mean, it's maybe a toss up. I don't know.
I mean, you threw out the three things that I would say a chick could kick your ass, and those are the three things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would put rugby up there.
Well,
Yeah.
I was hoping rugby was a third one instead of like volleyball, but I mean, those are all pretty tough sports. So how long have you guys been hanging out?
We'll be dating for 4 months and 2 days.
All right. Seems like you guys get along, so good for you.
So, and obviously there's a big day coming up. You got your birthday, right?
Yep, that's right.
So that's 16. So what does
Get my license finally.
yeah, is there anything else on the list?
Just the usual, like clothes, obviously, some hunting gear, kind of grew out of my old ones, and just, the usual stuff. I mean, nothing too crazy. I mean, I do ask for a dog every year, but I know I'm not gonna get one.
Keith, I'm sure Keith is all over that.
Yeah, what kind of dog do you want? You want a lab like CJ, or what do you want?
I'd want like a English short-tail terrier, like something
Okay.
I could go hunting with, like pheasant hunting. I feel like
Okay.
Keith
Well, I
could
have
get
an
around with
extra
that.
Boston Terrier if you want one.
Hit Keith up. I mean, if I could convince him to have an outdoor dog and then have him go hunting with us, that might be the closest we'll get to getting a dog.
If you ever
Learn how
want
to-
indoor dog, I got an extra one you can have all day long.
Perfect. Well,
Yep.
Curran, the closest thing we had to a pet was a fish, and it died in like 2 weeks.
Well, that's what
So,
they do. Just
yeah, exactly.
try to have like 100 fish in a aquarium and then watch them all die, and you're like, yeah, probably done with that aquarium.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids, you got to explain that to kids at some point. It's pretty fun. So wrestling, is that coming up or what?
Yep. Practice starts Monday.
All right. So what class are you in? Like, you're probably a middle class type wrestler. Like, what's that look like for you coming up?
I'll be wrestling at 157 for the weight, so I'll have to cut like 10 pounds, which shouldn't be terrible. I'll lose most of it in the first week of practice from like water weight. And
Okay.
yeah, those middle weights will always be tough, especially for an underclassman, but I think it'll go a lot better than it did last year, since I kind of got my feet wet last year.
Didn't you do well last year though?
I did all right. I was about 500. It was kind of rough going sometimes. I got fed to the wolves a little bit, but
Well, you were sophomore wrestling seniors at the same age, right? Or at the
yeah.
same weight class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a freshman last year, and how many years of experience you got? What, like 3 or 2 or
This will be my 4th year wrestling. Yeah.
so?
You'll be fine. You'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. So I got to go over to West Delaware and watch Curran wrestle on Tuesday. Watch him.
Yeah,
he won 2 matches. So
Watching him wrestle, watching me wrestle are two completely different things.
yeah.
Well, he started so soon. I mean, that guy
just like
he's a
his
freaking
mentality.
maniac.
He's a little more feisty and aggressive and a little more gumpy and quick, just like he wrestled in his own way.
Yeah. But one thing, if I remember from last year, you're pretty aggressive. You you try to take everybody down. You're not going to sit back and just let them try to take you
No,
down. You're
'cause my
sometimes it
defense
gets you in trouble, but I don't know enough about wrestling, but I know it's like, okay, Christopher's going to shoot, going to try to
Yeah,
take
I'm
the
not
kid
gonna-
down. That's for sure.
I'm not gonna let them get to my legs, or they're probably gonna score. So might as well give myself a shot first.
Hey, get your get on the board with that
Curran
too.
sure is fun to watch, though. Man, that guy, he's scrawny as all
Yeah,
shit right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
He starts filling out.
I know. I feel like Freddie's gonna kick my butt someday.
Well, who knows? You're thick like David these days.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
seems like you guys. Where the hell did you get all this? I don't know, but I'll take the credit for that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
So last week, BJ and I talked about a sporting event we'd like to attend or go to. Do you have one on the top of your mind that you would like to go? That like to go see or be a part of or anything like that?
I do want to catch an Army Navy game sometime.
Okay, all right. Well,
I feel like that'd be
I
pretty cool.
I planted the bug with him when I was with him about a month ago. BJ, I said, okay, when you get to college and when they play back in Philly, I said we'll have to circle back. We won't bring Grandpa probably this time, but
Yeah, but I'll tell you, but I happen to know a couple guys, so we might get some hookups.
That's what I
We
like to
come
hear,
back to
BJ.
Philly. Like,
That's what I like to hear, BJ.
well, the last game we pulled up to all the cops and I was like, hey, I said something and they're like, yeah, park right there. And we parked next to all the cop cars and where all the buses were driving by, we're tailgating. And
yeah.
Dad's like, who the hell did you talk to? I was like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's kind of how that works. But yeah, if you ever want to come to anything at the link, you come tell me.
All right, perfect.
I'll set
All right,
that up.
perfect.
And if the lady wants to come too, maybe she can come too. Who knows?
Okay.
I know you're 16, so we gotta wait a little bit.
Yeah, a
Okay,
little
all
bit.
right. I always do it like a top 10 list of something, Christopher. So this is the
Okay.
top 10. So this guy from Sports Illustrated ranked the top. He ranked all the baseball stadiums.
Yeah.
1 through 30. So
Okay.
you kind of give me what would be. So how many have you been to? Have you just been to Wrigley or where else?
I've only been to Wrigley. I've
Okay.
only been to Wrigley Field.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's probably number 1 for you, or is there another one
I mean,
that you think?
I think it's got to be number 1 for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Chad, honestly, I've been to a lot, and I think Wrigley's probably number 1 for me too, though.
The environment I just know is better than anything I've ever been to.
So how recent is this poll?
No, this is a writer from Sports Illustrated. He did it in March before the season started. He ranked the top. He ranked it, put him 30 to 1, and based on everything like that.
Okay. So what are you going to go through 1 through 5 or something?
Right. I can go through. I bet you can guess what the lowest one was. What 30 was. At least 30 and 29 are pretty easy.
We haven't been there, so I don't
I
know.
know you haven't been to either one. I don't think
it's
you've been
probably like Arizona. It's
Tampa
probably
Bay, Tropicana Field.
Arizona.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tropicana.
And then Oakland, the Coliseum, and
Yeah,
those are the 2 worst ones.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about number 1. Like, I think number 1, if this was in March of this year, I think it's Philadelphia.
Right, but it's not. So I'll go through some of the local ones. Like you need to get to Kansas City. So Christopher, the Royals are gonna be building a new stadium here in the next few years. So you need to get to
That's what
this
I heard.
one. Kaufman is 18. This is where this guy was. So that's a good one to go to. Citizen Bank BJ's 14 on his list.
Well, it's overtime then. It's overtime
Right. Yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
I would imagine New York City Yankees is probably up there. Red Sox.
No, not. Well, yeah. Busch Stadium in St. Louis is 11, and that's a cool stadium too.
I like that.
That's
stadium.
a good one, especially the view. You sit behind home plate, you see the arch and everything like that. So the top 10. When we went, BJ, it was Safeco, but now it's T-Mobile. In
was
Seattle.
a good park. That's a great park.
And it's a cool one because they got the roof.
Yeah, it comes over when it's raining.
Crossover and everything like that. Yeah, it is a cool.
It never rains in Seattle when you have family in town.
Yeah. Number 9, I've been to, so a lot of these in the top 10 I've been to, thankfully. Target Field in Minnesota.
I
That's a
love
good,
that field. I
that's a
love
good
that.
one too. That's a
I've
good
been
one. Number 8, I haven't been to, but have you been to Camden Yards, BJ, in Baltimore?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a good field.
That's a nice stadium.
yeah.
I like that one.
7 is Coors Field in Colorado. I've been to
Okay.
that
I've been
one.
there.
That's
Never
a good
been there.
one. 6 is the New York one, City Field, where the Mets play.
I've been there.
Okay. 5, they had Wrigley as 5.
Hmm.
But
Well, I've been there. I like that.
right,
field,
it is.
though.
It just, yeah, it's a cool thing.
Just old. I think it probably hit 5 because it's old.
Yep. BJ, this is back in your old home neck of the woods, Petco Park in San Diego.
Oh, that's a great field.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
one he had is 4, which I haven't been to. That's definitely a place I would like to go. Number 3, I was there a couple summers ago, Fenway.
Never been there.
Yep, that's
Nope.
that's a cool setup. Just it's like Wrigley's old but it's you just can see everything,
Sure.
all the memories and everything like that. 2, they have the one in San Francisco, Oracle Park.
Oh, that one's cool. I do like
The
that
one there
one.
right there
That's
by
a new one,
right
right?
off the bay.
do.
It's fairly
Yeah.
new.
I like that one.
And then the number 1 is PNC Park in Pittsburgh, which I've been to also.
Oh, that's bullshit.
That
Yeah, that's not the best part.
so that he said the only it's just
That
a
would've
better
been more-
backdrop.
I
Yeah.
love Pittsburgh. Don't get me wrong; it's in my
Right. Yeah, but
Right.
no, it was cool. I mean, it's one of those ones you want to get to. So, you got 29 to
Wow.
go, Christopher. So, you've
Okay.
done one,
All
and
right.
you got
All right.
got the other ones to go along that line then too. So,
Here's the problem, Christopher. Half those parks I've been to because I live there. So don't do that.
Okay. Okay.
I've only lived in like 2
Okay.
spots, and I've been to a lot of them too. It's good to have like family like him to
Yeah, to kind
Oh,
of.
to go
yeah.
visit. Yeah, with it too.
I'm surprised Citizen Bank Park isn't higher on the list. And that might have been over time though, because
Right.
that park, I mean, you watch the playoffs this year.
Oh yeah.
That
Well,
park is nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it like I told myself this year, and I said it last time we talked. Like if they go to the World Series, I'm buying tickets. I don't care what they cost. I'm going to the World Series. It's like one of those things,
Mhm.
because I only have one time in my life, and apparently I missed it last year.
Because he texted CJ and I last year, like, hey, can you be out here in 2 days?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It's a
I mean,
real
yeah, I
story.
like it.
Real story.
I need a little bit more heads up, or I need to be retired, one or the other.
Yeah, well, I didn't know they were going to the World Series
Yeah.
2 days before that, so there's that. But
All right, Christopher, what's your biggest pet peeve of kids in high school?
Just being lazy and like talking back to teachers and stuff, or just like not caring. Like when you like
That's a
when,
lot.
when,
There's a
like,
lot there. There's like 3 things there.
yeah,
you
like,
know,
so
it's just,
lazy.
like,
I feel like you're one of us.
it's just like
So
like
people are lazy.
like they just like don't care. They don't like try to like, well, it doesn't matter. Like it does. Or like they just like don't want to do anything. It just makes you mad. And then just being like not talking back. Like if a teacher tells you to do something, don't just do it. Like there are always those some kids that gotta get the last word out, and I just can't stand it.
Would you by chance be related to anyone like that?
I don't
Mom?
know. I know.
Would there be maybe a younger sibling that would
I'm gonna
maybe
put well, okay. So obviously it probably strives from Curdog, just
Right,
seeing it
right.
too much, just like, dude, shut up. But and then kids that don't shower, sometimes there's just some like not good smell. It's just like sometimes the hallways just don't smell good. That's not what you want to do on a Monday at 7.
Called high
Smell.
school. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say those are my
Okay.
biggest pet
Okay.
peeves.
So were you ever one of those guys and then realized I should probably shower more, or like
No, I like to think I've always had a decent sense of hygiene.
So I got to tell you, Christopher. So I went out Saturday with a couple guys. Like we went to some bingo thing or whatever, and
Yeah.
one of the guys showed up and he had a broken foot and he just had surgery and he's limping around and I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be a freaking mess. He shows up and he smells like wonderful. I'm like, oh my god, this guy. He like put a beard cream on and
Oh my
not
goodness.
not for me, but I was just like, holy shit, Steve, you smell wonderful. Like you're a grown ass man telling another grown ass man, thank you for smelling so good. Like it gets noticed, is my point.
Oh yeah, you can definitely tell if someone smells good
Yeah,
and
or
smells
if they're
bad.
well hygiened, you can put cologne
Yes.
on
Yeah.
deodorant all day long, but when you actually are hygiened, it's a
Yeah.
there's a big
Yeah. There's
game
different.
changer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when you're a big athlete like you and
That's right.
you're always grizzly and all that stuff. Like put some deodorant on and
That's
put
right.
some hygiene on. No, it's good.
Yeah.
Hey, so I gotta ask you, so go back to the girlfriend. So
Okay.
so is she a freshman, junior, senior,
She's a
sophomore?
sophomore.
Same
She's
age?
in my grade. She's in my grade. Yeah.
Same age, same grade schools?
Yes.
Is this like an old, like you've met her a long time ago and you're
We've
just
been
like,
we've been like friends for a long time.
okay.
Yeah, we've been friends since like seventh grade. You know, like
So
just like hanging out with like our grade and stuff.
so the reason I was asking this, like when did she meet grandma and grandpa?
Last weekend.
How was that?
Um, oh, you know, they came in, gave her a big hug. I'm not sure if she was really ready for it, but and you know, grandpa, some of the
Well,
stuff he
I'm kind of
says,
asking for a reason.
some of the stuff he says is just like, yeah. I mean, she did fine. She's like she it wasn't
Well, I'm
bad.
not,
It
I'm,
wasn't bad.
how did he do?
Yeah. God, so there were some points where like I was kind of scared to like go to the bathroom because I didn't know what he was gonna say when I wasn't there. But
All right.
I think nothing too crazy. I don't think.
No, we love him, but
Yeah, no, we
that's
love
kind of where I was going with that.
him. Oh goodness.
Okay, what's the most random thing on your phone, Christopher? Go
Like
through,
just
go scroll through your pictures, and what's
okay.
the most random thing you have on your phone?
Okay.
I got
Okay.
pictures from last weekend because I went to the Packer game with CJ, but
Oh, how was that, Chad?
it was good. It was good. Yeah.
So
So
CJ sent a text or something going, I just hope they have fun. Like smart ass CJ.
yeah, so actually it worked out really well. Is on Saturday. So we went up on Saturday. David was playing in the Midwest Championship
Which they
match,
won. Awesome.
which they won 92-5. So
Yeah.
we
Tough
got
match.
there and it was a great setup and and things like that. And I know they had beaten this team, killed them before, and so it was it 60-0 at halftime or 60. So and we were trying to get to Lambeau Field to go to get a tour of the stadium and everything like that. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Yeah. So we went.
Wow, it looked like a cool, and it was
Yep.
a warm day, wasn't it?
Yep. So we got a tour of the. We went to the tour of the stadium. Went to the Hall of Fame. There, Hall of Fame there, and then we got a hotel about 45 miles south, and then came back and met Sharon's nieces and two nieces and their husbands, tailgating wise, and then yeah, got in the stadium. Yeah, it rained a little bit in the first quarter and the third quarter, but hey, the Packers won. We don't really care if they win or lose or whatever, but it was fun.
Oh, that was one
It
of
felt
those.
Christopher, it felt like an Iowa game, just
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah, just like
and all
everybody,
that stuff
yeah.
into. So
Mhm.
okay, all right. What do you got? What's that most random thing you got on
Yeah,
your
you
phone?
were looking.
I got this picture of my buddy. He was taking an ice bath. It was his first ever one, and I don't know why I never deleted it, but I don't know if you could see it very well. It's
No,
him
very
sitting
well.
in the ice
Oh,
bath.
ice bath. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
now we can see it. Looks
Okay.
like
All
a
right.
goat sitting in an
Yeah.
ice bath.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It was
How is that used?
what do you mean? Like how's
Well,
that
I mean,
picture used?
I mean, now like millions of
Yeah,
people are
now
gonna
it's
see
out
that.
there. I mean,
Now it's basically he's basically famous now. So what are you gonna do now?
I guess I gotta give him some of my pay cut. I mean,
Yeah, I
Who
mean,
was that?
It's my buddy. His name's
Okay.
Mason.
Okay. But his first ice bath, huh? Never had an ice
It was
bath.
his first one ever, and he was going through it a little bit.
Yeah, it is. When you don't do it on a regular basis, it's startling.
Yeah.
It's very startling. That's for sure.
Well, apparently it's addicting. Do you do it a lot, CJ? Or CJ, Christopher, do you do like ice baths?
I do. I like to do at least
So
I
I
try to
watch
do
this podcast
once a
and
week.
it's
Yeah.
like addicting. They're like,
Yeah.
once you do it, like you have to do it.
Because then it's just like it's I don't know, it's just part of your routine that makes you like the way you feel after it. I can't really explain it. Like it's just
warm.
like it's like adrenaline. It's some type of adrenaline, I think. No, you don't just feel warm. You're actually super cold for like 30 minutes after.
Yeah, well, because you're nice.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what I like? Hot
What?
tubs.
Hot tubs are nice. I did put that on my Christmas list actually.
Oh,
We'll see if
You
that
get a hot
pulls
tub?
through. But yeah, we'll see if that pulls through. Keith's saying is nothing good ever happens in a hot tub. I said,
A lot
you're
of
old.
things happen in hot tubs.
Yeah.
Depends on who's in there.
He's
Exactly.
scarred. He must be scarred from something. So,
Something.
all right, we got about 2.5 minutes left there, brother. So, anything before we end and end this? This
I know. I guess I would
main
turn
voice.
it to Christopher and say, if you had to host another guest beside yourself, who would it be?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think it would be interesting to have David on. David would be a good guest.
Okay.
Talking about some
Hey.
movies, maybe. Some movies, maybe
sure.
he would
Yeah.
eat that up. He would eat
Yeah.
that up.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. And then we could. The one thing I need from David is I need to actually sit down with him when there's a rugby match going on, and he needs to explain to me what's going
Yeah.
on. Because
Oh no, I'm a pro. I can explain it to you. No,
yeah, so all the calls and
Oh,
all the
yeah, yeah,
signals by
I'm
the
all in.
officials.
The scrums where they lift them up
I
and throw it in
basically played
bounds.
rugby, Chad. I
Yeah,
basically played
right.
rugby.
Yeah. And I've been to probably 7 or 8 matches in my life, and I'm still a little bit confused on some of the different things. I've got the gist of it, but yeah. So
yeah.
so no, that would be
That's
yeah,
a good
that would
one.
be we should tag David and see if we can get him.
That's right.
Get
Well,
him.
Christopher, I think we're going to take that advice, and that's our next guest.
Perfect.
And we'll pay you accordingly based on this
Right.
podcast.
Based on the revenue, based on the
Right.
gross.
Right.
Hey, so we're going to do an aftermath on the same webcast that we were just on before. So we'll recap.
So again, yeah, thank you for joining us for the Bantering Brothers number 4, sponsored by 5 Star and Water. And so
5-star and free water. Yeah.
we will talk to you soon. Bye.
All right.